Greetings duelists and welcome to another video. So, happy day of the ghouls and goblins and sinister things alike. If you see here on the screen, you see Hollow and Win, and you see Trick or Treat. You're probably thinking, well, it's that time of the year, so we're probably going to talk about these cards, right? Well, I would, but these cards suck. These cards are not that good. These cards were pretty much just made for a festive-like thing. So that was very clever of the OCG to do. I don't know how Supreme Darkness will fare for the TCG with these cards. They're probably gonna put something else in there. Who knows? The real card I want to talk about today is called Delta of Temptation. So, you probably already know about this card. This is a field spell. And this field spell reads, when this card is activated, you can send one level 5 or higher zombie monster from your deck to your graveyard. Yeah, here are some really good ones. You can only use each effect of Delta Temptation per turn. If a zombie monster is on the field, you can special summon one Delta token, level 5, blah blah. If a monster is added from the graveyard to the hand, while this card is in your graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. So, you probably read this card and you probably thought, well, this card is really good with Eldritch the Golden Lord. And you're correct. This card is really good with Eldritch the Golden Lord. This card is also really good with Ballad Rock. This card is also really good at breaking your opponent's board by sending Wandering Titan of Tartarus. This card came out in Rage of the Abyss, for those wondering. And it has a really cool effect, like basically if it got sent from the deck, you can send cards to the graveyard and nobody can respond to this with monsters, so picking apart boards is really cool with this card, especially if you have Eldritch cards paired alongside this. But the number one reason why I like this card above all of these reasons is because this card really helps an archetype that I have been playing multiple times in the past year. And if you've been here on this channel since its inception, since I started, you already know what that archetype is. But for the newer players here who have no clue what I'm talking about, the card I'm talking about are the Mayakashi monsters. So, Mayakashi is a theme that we had for a while now. I really like this deck. I think this deck is really cool. Its game plan and what it wants to do. However, the big problem with Mayakashi is that we didn't have enough cards that really function as extenders that does not conflict with their restrictions. We do have a few notable ones, like for example the Adventure Package is really cool. The Kashtira monsters are also really good extenders. Foolish Burial also helps extend through boards as well. And you mainly want odd levels from monsters that you can use as extenders, and this field spell does that. This field spell gives us a level 5 token. And being level 5 is a really big deal. Let's say, for example, you open just Ducky, right? Let's put these two cards back to the top of the deck. And just one Ducky doesn't do enough by herself. Let me just move these cards. Again, these cards suck. You can use the Delta Temptation, make yourself a token, and since this token is level 5, we can grab these two. And you can synchro summon into Tengu the Winged Mayakashi. And then Daki will activate. And for those who are not familiar with how Mayakashi works, this is essentially a synchro loop deck. Like you're going to summon level 9, Daki will special summon, you're going to summon level 11, Daki will special summon, you're going to summon the link to Mayakashi, and this will summon. Then you're going to use these two for the level 3, and then Daki also gets summoned again, and you just keep doing that until you reach level Link 4. And the Link 4, alongside that, is a really cool endboard piece, because something you can do is on your opponent's turn, you can banish the Yuki-Onna. Yuki-Onna can special summon one of the synchros that will activate Yuki-Onna's effect. And then, if the synchro dies, you can reborn from the graveyard another, one of the Mayakashi synchros. And yeah, this deck is really cool in that regard. There are really cool things that you can play in this deck. Like, for example, you can play Dominus Impulse, because the end board is a water monster, and one of your main disruptions is a fire monster. You do turn off your Tengu by doing this. However, the more important Mayakashi monsters do not lose under the restriction of Dominus Impulse. So that's one card you can play in this deck. You can play a grass build if you want. You can play Nemesis monsters, because you do banish from your graveyard. You can play the adventure package, because the adventure cards are also really good. You can play like the Kashtiras, as we mentioned earlier. Yeah, Mayakashi is just a really cool fan favorite deck of mine. That's near to my heart, and just having another card that really functions with this theme is very welcoming. If you guys are interested in Mayakashi gameplay and Mayakashi duels, and like more things you can do with Mayakashi, feel free to comment down below, and I will probably make more of those videos. I do have older videos of Mayakashi. Feel free to just find them in my channel. But yeah, until then, keep practicing and keep dueling.